Hello, welcome into your 15-minute weather. I'm meteorologist John Ziegler with meteorologist Courtney Aiken. And here we go.
It's a weather day.
It is a weather day. We got a weather impact day. If you guys are just joining us here, we have upgraded today to a weather impact alert. That's it for the metro. We got an advisory issued about 8 o'clock in the morning from the National Weather Service here. We've seen blizzards going in Duluth. We've seen whiteout conditions up there and a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust out of Duluth, 66 and damage out of Duluth. So been a morning.
It's been a morning, and this has been a really interesting system because a lot has changed just over the past 24 hours. But the models seems like they're catching on at this point. So we have
better late than never.
Better late than never. So yeah, we are hopping on board. We have that weather impact alert beginning at noon today. That will last through 9 o'clock, and that's really the same timing that you have your winter weather advisory, right?
Advisory.
The advisory will be in effect through 9 o'clock tonight. So take it easy on that evening commute. We did start to see that rain early this morning, and then that kind of transitioned into snow. That's pretty much happening right now. Parts of the metro as I pulled in today.
West Metro starting off snow, and it's kind of pulling across the eastern parts of the metro. I think the Northwest Metro will see less. So Blaine, Forest Lake, a little bit less snow there. More snow in Waconia. I think Waconia, not because I live there, just because it's
He's being selfish. He wants the snow there.
I say so. I do. I definitely want this. If it's going to snow, snow.
Yes.
Right? Don't give me half an inch. Give me 4.
I agree.
So I just think that Carver County, probably just southwest, will take a little bit more. But we got a lot to get to, so let's get over to the graphics, and we'll jump right into this thing.
So this is our time lapse. This was working. Let's see if we can put it in motion. Maybe not. That's okay.
Try again.
Well. Oh, there we go. There it is. Just needed the magic touch. So you can see the winds really going, shaking the camera around. You can see the rain droplets there, then overcast skies as we come to an end there. But again, we are going to transition over to snow, which means that we're getting snow for the first time in 16 days. We're breaking that snowless streak that was more than 2 weeks. Last time we had snow was the first of the month, and last time we had a winter weather advisory was 26 days ago for the Twin Cities. So we are breaking that streak as well. Quick run through of the headlines. Blizzard added to the Duluth area. Conditions there overnight really deteriorated. Again, we had those wind gusts right around 66 miles per hour. That's a similar wind speed to what you associate with a severe thunderstorm. So that type of wind is really going to do some damage, and it is for the Duluth area. We're going to get more snow near the metro, and then a lower chance on Friday. So as far as today goes, continued light snow through tonight. As far as accumulation, expect anywhere from 1 to 3 inches for the cities. Slick roads are to be expected here, especially on your evening commute home. I do think that this is going to be a heavier, wet snow. So once this comes to an end, once all of that snow is on the ground, it's not going to blow around. But while it is snowing, we have those gusty winds, so we do expect blowing snow through this evening, which is going to add itself to low visibility and some dicey driving conditions. So definitely keep that in mind. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. I should have scooted that red over just a little bit because our weather impact alert starts at noon today, and then that's going to go all the way through 9 o'clock tonight. Temperatures will hang out in the 30s for the most part today, and we are expecting that ongoing snow. Pretty colorful map here with our weather alerts. Yesterday, we showed you this map, and all of those alerts were up north. Today, obviously a very different story. Our first winter weather advisory here in the Twin Cities. For the first time, I should say, in 26 days. There is a little bit of a gap there. You'll notice north of St. Cloud almost looks like it's a mistake, and that should be filled in with purple. That actually is purposeful, though. It has to do with the placement of the low. So that's interesting. Models are catching on here. Yeah, and that snow
kind of looks like a mistake, right?
It does. It looks like a mistake, but it's all about the placement of the low and the way that the snow is now wrapping around and moving its way into the Twin Cities. We're going to see that through this evening.
Yeah, I think that's really fascinating. It's almost like the low, it's stalled. The low isn't moving. A lot of times we have systems where the low just kind of moves. So, but when it's literally going to go from Alexandria to Hayward in a 24-hour period, so it's barely moving, and there's no moisture in the actual low itself. The cold air wraps around the low. So the cold air is shooting into all this rain that we had, and now you can see a huge area. I'm surprised they went with this large area. And then to leave out Anoka County, is interesting.
It is.
But I saw them they've just been adding. It started with a little, then they added Duluth, and then here we are for Sioux Falls. Okay, well, I'll take it over from here. We'll take a look at road conditions. I think the big story outside of what the changes that we have, the winter weather advisory, it was the roads. When you go up here to 61, they actually for a couple of hours, they went ahead and they closed this road. They closed 61. I don't know if I've ever seen them just say, we're good. Not going to open today. Beaver Bay, Silver Bay, again, getting absolutely dumped on this morning. Duluth still, if you look at Moose Lake, a lot of folks, this is a very heavily traveled road, obviously. Once you get just to the Moose Lake exit, this is no travel. Okay, so you do not want to be traveling near Cloquet. Once you get north of, I would say, Sandstone, if you're going up to Sandstone, no problem. Once you get to Moose Lake, problem. Don't drive. If you don't absolutely have to, it would be an absolute headache. I've driven that road many times. Well, I used to live in Pine City and I worked in Duluth. So what happens here, as you can imagine, so all of this onshore breeze comes in here. Where's the lake effect snow? It's literally hovering. It's hovering 35. So that's why this section here is such a disaster on one of our main arteries and main highways, where when you're coming north into Moose Lake, you don't actually get that lake effect band. So you get the lake effect band coming right over towards Moose Lake. This is from Silver Bay. I actually saw this photo. I'm sure this is in a drift, but still, come on. He said they had almost no snow out there, so we're looking at a couple feet of snow. I mean, a lot of snow. It's hard to know, obviously, with the drift, but regardless, crazy amounts of snow coming in here. We're expecting totals to probably surpass 18 to 24 inches, depending on where you're at. So let's go ahead and take a look at this microcast here. You can see the hole that Courtney was talking about. It's right here, Alexandria, St. Cloud. Again, we're not really seeing a whole lot. And then watch this pull through. Now, where's that heavy band? It's kind of where we were talking about. It's just off towards Waconia. This is going to be the better chance here. Sorry, I got the arrow on there. To me, it just looks like some of this banding just southwest of the metro. This is where you could pull out 3 inches of snow now. And then what do you notice? Here, let me take the arrow off. It's bothering me. This area here, a whole bunch of nothing. And I had people, the biggest cross-country ski event in the country is ongoing in Hayward over the coming days, and all they want is snow. And of course, I don't have Hayward getting a ton of snow somehow. I'm hoping that maybe this could just pivot one more time and give Hayward some snow so we can actually get some snow for the event. We got another chance actually for Hayward to get that snow on Friday. But as we go to 7:55, you see that one band. It's pretty clear that it's right here. Twin Cities, Mankato, that's the stretch. Maybe it gets up to Blaine, but it's probably not getting to Cambridge, and it's not getting to Zimmerman, and it's not going to get to North Branch, but it's right on 94 South is where that's going to be. Now, Brainerd, I don't know exactly how much you have. Totals haven't really come in yet, but I think you're going to see a big lull in the activity here tonight. What do you notice up here? Still ongoing lake effect snow for areas on the North Shore. In Duluth, we'll continue this. So who knows what these totals are going to come in at. One thing I've learned about forecasting in Duluth is they go into what I call la-la land. That's like, what are you going to forecast 18 to 32? And then I've seen 46 come out of places like this. So you just don't know. I mean, maybe they pull out a 40. Feels like this would be the event. And then by the time we get to tomorrow morning, still lake effect snow up there for a couple of days. Clearly still going to add up to quite a bit of snow here. You can see 18 plus. That's just, who knows? Like I said, it's definitely 18. Right now we got about 1 to 3 in the metro here. I think there's that little gap in the precip. You're seeing that near St. Cloud, north of Twin Cities. Alexandria, I think as you get a little further to the west, the better chance to pull out a few. I can still see 3 or 4 down here. Wilmer, like I said, Mankato, southwest side of the Twin Cities. To me, the place that's going to see the least is that Zimmerman, St. Francis, over towards North Branch. That's the stretch that I think we'll see the least amount here. Come on, Hayward, pull out some snow. That'd be good to go for them. Again, here are the totals. This is what this model's interpretation is. It's almost impossible because these bands, if you know lake effect snow, they're very tight and they're small. So one could get it 35 inches, the next could get 10. But we're looking at models are picking up 2 feet plus from 2 harbors, Beaver Bay, Silver Bay, Tofty area. So that would include Lutsen. Lutsen Ski Resort is going to be absolutely loving this. And that's good. I feel bad for a lot of places in Minnesota that haven't had a good February. Obviously, a lot of money is made. Lutsen's kind of our little mountain. It's our only mountain in Minnesota.
Well, I mean, I think
it's like our Denver or our Colorado wannabe.
Which, I mean, speaking of which, I was just thinking about this as you were talking. I mean, this is all part of the same system that brought much needed snow to those Colorado ski resorts.
Because you're from out there. Have you heard of like how much snow they've got? Or
I haven't seen any posts just yet, but there's always a lot of hype leading up to an event.
Oh, so they're excited.
Yes, they're very excited because they need it desperately.
They do.
It's been a sad year for them.
Yeah, and their season goes another month and a half, maybe till April 1st usually.
I'd say right around then. Yeah.
So they still have time.
They've still got time, but it is unfortunate that those really prime skiing months, like you think after Thanksgiving, headed through Christmas, and then January, that's supposed to be the best skiing of the year there. And that just wasn't the case this year. So they need it, and I know that there are areas here that certainly need it too. So I think it's good. There's positive and negative. It's a headache for travel, for your commute, but
Those
it's still winter.
Those people in northern Minnesota, they don't care. They have snow machines.
I would say built different.
Yeah. Literally, they buy. Everyone has snowmobiles and snow machines, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They need
Not
it.
An issue up
they
there.
literally need it. So I think it's different down here in the metro because we don't have as many snowmobiling trails and stuff like that. But
you have more people who just aren't used to it.
Yeah,
I think,
we
in the metro.
still have snowmobiling trails. I would never buy a snowmobile down here. It's too volatile, but.
You're not going to get your money's worth, I don't
think so.
Maybe 1 year, but then the next year you might not. So.
All right, well, let's keep going here. We got 3 minutes left. I chatted so much. What do we got now?
All right, so once again, today into tonight, winter weather advisory, noon through the 9 o'clock hour, and that's going to be the same as our weather impact alert. So keep an eye on road conditions for your evening commute. If you know you're going to be out and about, just take it slow. There is a good chance that those roads will get at least partially coated, and it's going to be slick. It's also going to be blowing around a little bit. Those winds will stay elevated through our afternoon, so that's all just going to mean lower visibility. We are expecting anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of accumulation for the Twin Cities, perhaps a little bit more further to the west. But much needed snow. This is our first snowfall in 16 days, breaking a pretty long snow-free streak. We do have additional snow chances as we go into tomorrow and our Friday. They do look to be on the lower end. Keep in mind, we've been talking about this all week. Not one system, but 2. So the system that we're tracking right now, that's system number 1. Thursday into Friday, that's going to be system number 2. Will it pack a punch with a lot of snow? Probably not, but it's something that we're keeping an eye on. One thing is for sure, we are going to see temperatures continuing to tumble as we get into
Speaking of Friday.
The weekend, yeah. Speaking of Friday, you can see that bullseye of snow. It's going to be further to the east, southeast, and into parts of Wisconsin. If you're looking at the cities, maybe a trace up to 1 inch, and then of course a little bit more the further you go to the east, and that's all because of the placement of the low. And what I think is interesting here, just as I'm looking at it, is we have another dry pocket, just like we're seeing right now. Again, all has to do with the placement of that low pressure. So that's what we're looking at into the next couple of days. We do need the snowfall. We're falling below average here in the Twin Cities. St. Cloud, not as far behind, but a little bit below average. Duluth, behind schedule, and even International Falls.
It's actually interesting because I would say from having I've lived here most of my life. And if I didn't live here, I lived in Madison, about the same. February is the one month you can almost guarantee you're going to have snowpack. The whole month.
Yeah.
Because with 29.6 inches, we've melted it all.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
It is. That snowpack has gone down so significantly. We had 2 inches, then we had 1, and then I think as of yesterday, it was a trace of snowpack, which is pretty sad. But we're going to add on to that hopefully by the end of the day today. That's why we have the weather impact alert through 9 o'clock. And then Thursday, Friday, we're just kind of eyeing that chance of snow.
Yep. I just got a picture from Lester Prairie. It looks like West Metro already has an inch.
All right, we'll take it.
We're starting to get some snow. Great weekend to get to the ski resorts and enjoy some of the snow in the 20s. Thanks for joining us.